Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thrive Labs, the place to bring your trading performance to the next level and learn all about technical analysis and how to execute trade setups. I'm your host Mike Williams, and today, or in this video, I will be talking about something really important. So make sure that you watch this video till the end, because I'm going to be talking about if this is the right place to long Bitcoin right here, right now. I want to start off with simply, first of all, asking you to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. It will also keep you up to date to the latest Bitcoin price action, what are my thoughts on it, and how I'm looking to trade it forward to. And on top of everything, you would really help me out massively. I want to start off with where I left off in the last video update that I've did, where I've shown you this particular triangle. We were establishing an upward sloping triangle where I also mentioned like this is a bullish continuation pattern. Now naturally this is the whole thing with consolidation areas. Usually they take longer than most people expect, as they are looking for the next big move, which is why I actually expected this to see a fake out of this trend line to the downside, which I think a lot of people are looking at. We would see a flush to the downside, and then if we do get a quick bounce, that would give us the continuation onwards. Or if we do not necessarily do that, then we can simply keep it range bound, where I have been eyeing the very specific setups that I have been sharing, not for financial advice, but to give an insight in how I think about the markets in order to educate it so that you can end eventually doing it yourself. That is my purpose of creating the tribe. That is why the tribe exists. And that is what I'm truly passionate on doing each and every single day. Because in the end, if I can do it, so can you. So we left off with that, right? So, and eventually we did have that fake out to the downside. Just for reference, allow me to redraw that triangle real quick, more or less for you. We have literally done that. We have broken out, and then instead we have started ranging onwards. And this is where I really want to touch upon whether this is the best place to long. And I want to dedicate this video to the psychology behind it, to what can you expect and what is the best thing to do next. You have to realize that we are coming off of a really big move to the upside. This has been, depending on how you look at it, on where you think the move started, more or less a 20% move from my perspective, right? I consider this pretty much a 20% move because this is where the move started. Massive move. You have to think for yourself. What do you think is the most likely to happen next? And what do you want to happen? What is the most likely to happen is if you would simply go on the chart. I'm not going to show you this. This is something that you have to do yourself. You have to go back on the chart and you have to give me an answer. Show it to me in the comments, by the way. I would that would be a challenge that I would like to put out there in this video. How many times per year do we have these kind of moves on Bitcoin? Now, is that then realistic to expect that a similar thing would simply happen 1 week after we have had such a move? That is just a question that I know the answer, but you will not fully understand this answer if you haven't really seen it with your own eyes. It is only natural for price to simply consolidate and take a breather before further continuation. And now the psychology behind it is you are trying to catch, or maybe you've missed the move. There's a lot of people that were not expecting the breakout like this. Maybe a lot of people were still thinking like, oh, we might go to $15,000 or $10,000 Bitcoin. We did break out, which leaves a lot of people behind, maybe yourself included. Now, it is very likely that your brain is telling you have to get in right now, because if there is such another big move, I do not want to miss out on that, right? This is very normal. This is very natural because you're a human, and humans survive and have learned to survive based off of emotions a lot, right? A lot. However, in trading, this is really bad. This is very bad because you have to think. if you can give me the answer on how many times this year a move something along the lines of this magnitude has happened compared to the amount that Bitcoin hasn't done these kind of scenarios and instead just stayed quiet and remained range bound, then it is really easy to see that there's really no need to chase the trade. What you have to do is remaining patient and learn how to cope with these kind of emotions of being afraid of missing out on the move. You don't need to miss out on the move if you know and learn how to trade the moves in between. That comes with education, and with education comes experience, and with that experience you gain confidence. And once you have nailed that down, that is when you can see things for what they are, and you can control the emotions and you can make informed decisions. Right now, the situation is as follows. We have seen a 20% move to the upside. We also see a lot of traders. We can see this in the order flow. We can see a lot of traders getting very, very, very bearish, thinking this is a fake out to the upside, and we would see lower prices very soon. At the same time, we also see a lot of traders trading this long, seeking the next big move. Now, you also have to think like, okay, maybe this is gonna go up and maybe this is going to go down. However, what is the whole context of this? In times when price is quiet, this is the time to learn and to study and to inform yourself about the probabilities rather than what you want to happen. So my piece of advice of this video here is remain patient. Do not overtrade this range. After all, we have seen a 20% move to the upside. This could continue, this could go down. But you have to ask yourself the question, after we have tapped that $24,000 region, we've essentially seen an increase in price. We've seen an increase in price of overall of almost 50% by now. Now you have to think to yourself, is this really the best place to start getting into the long, right? I'm not saying that we will fall down from here, but at some point you have to come to terms with the fact that you have missed the initial move if you have not traded any of this, right? You have to come to terms with that. But what you can do, you cannot undo that. You cannot chase that trade because it will end in disaster for you. But what you can do is remaining patient and just simply reason your way through the chart. What is the most likely thing to happen, and what is the next place where price might actually give us a reaction? Where is the place where the price might turn around? And why? What is the reason? Yes, price may turn around here, but what would be the reason behind it, right? And how does it all tie together in the bigger picture? That is a question that I have asked myself, and I ask myself every single day. And as a matter of fact, I have asked myself this question in June 2023. I have done a really detailed Elliott wave count that I have used since then, allowing me to anticipate on a drop from $32,000 all the way to $24,000, calling the top back then calling the bottom, and now recognizing strength along the way during this consolidation region, also allowing to capitalize on the increase in price to that $36,000. Personally, I am still long, and I have traded this section on a day trading perspective, not on a swing trading perspective. As a matter of fact, I have taken 2 trades right after the video that I've created here for you all on YouTube, and I've updated my progress around it and explained in depth how I exactly went about this trade. And I'm very transparent. I took 2 trades. There was 1 losing trade and 1 winning trade. And I've explained exactly why did I take the trade and how did I manage the trade and how did I go about it, and how did I handle the whole entire situation, right? So I've made a video about that. I've also made a tweet about that. So here you can actually see about the Elliott wave count that I've done all the way in June. in July, and how it eventually played out. We had the drop, we had the consolidation region, and now we are seeing the increase in price. And this is a snippet of one of my posts where I started to become to start seeing the strength in the chart, that there is a possibility that we might actually reclaim the $30,000 region. Mind you, this was at $27,000, $28,000 at the time, you know. So being able to anticipate on that and spend the time while price is quiet, spend that time to study the markets and to make a plan for what is to come next, allows you to, or at least for me, it has helped tremendously to not get emotional about the situation on the chart, to not necessarily get annoyed by the fact that price is doing nothing, but so that I'm ready when the bigger move does happen so that I can capitalize on it. Now, obviously, we have broken out into a new section of the chart. At the moment, I do foresee higher prices. However, how does this all fit into the larger time frame? What does this mean for the bigger time frame on Bitcoin? Is this indeed the best time to long? Well, on a day trading perspective, in my opinion, not. Is this now a good place for consolidation? Where you can start looking for new swing long trades. That and everything, I have done an extensive new or updated Elliott wave count on the last Friday on the 27th of October. This is available in the subscription of the tribe, where not only you can find an Elliott wave stream, but a whole bunch of videos. I mean, at the moment, we have over 100 hours of video material where I'm explaining trades in detail, where the Elliott wave streams are naturally considered one of the the most valuable ones on the higher time frames because they have been extremely accurate. This is my updated count that I've done on the 27th of October, how that all ties into the bigger picture really, and where I personally am looking to get into the larger positions that take more time to play out. In other words, what my next swing trading targets is. Then in the meantime, I'm also providing these day trading updates to explain, you know, how I'm trading throughout the day. By any means, this video is not necessarily meant to make any kind of promotions of the thing. It kind of went this way naturally. But what I'm really trying to say is price currently is simply consolidating. Overall, I remain bullish. However, what you want to avoid is making emotional decisions by thinking that you are the one that is for sure going to catch the next big move. You bet too much. You don't make an informed decision. And my recommendation here would be, as we are currently now consolidating, which leaves me with time to actually create a video like this to address this, is spend your time on learning and studying the markets. Prepare yourself so you can be the boss over your own emotions. You learn how to set rules in place to act differently than what your emotions tell you to and what you want to happen, so that you can do this consistently. And I repeat, consistently. This is not something you just want to get in one day, get really rich in a week, and then get out and live your life how you want to. That is just unrealistic. Trading is a very lucrative profession. It can be very, very profitable and can bring you life-changing money. But really the only way to do that is to learn about it and to become consistent, so that you can do it in any kind of market condition, in any kind of geopolitical situation, in any kind of economic situation. You can just do it anywhere, everywhere from within the world, on your own strength. And that is the power of trading. So remain patient, put your time into making an informed decision. As price is consolidating, use that downtime to make your plan for the next setup. Do not gamble your money away by just randomly getting into a new trade or in a new position, just hoping or thinking that it would go up. Get your confidence from the chart. Learn how to read it and be the boss of your own emotions. That is my message for you all on this beautiful Sunday. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a great continuation of your weekend, and see you in the next video, where I will be covering once again what I think is going to happen next on the Bitcoin price. Cheers everybody, goodbye.